much of this as I can for you guys.
Just go back to training.
Yeah, we'll come right in. So we're doing back control escape today. So a lot of times the guy's going to have this so-called seatbelt grip on you, where it's over your shoulder and underneath your arm. Okay, so the first thing we got to do if we end up with the person on our back is defend our neck. So I got to block this arm over the top is a choking arm. So that has to have a priority. I can't let him start to get a good grip with that arm. It's going to be too late, yeah, especially with the collar. Yeah, this is going to be, everything's going to get too hard. So as soon as he gets here, the first thing I got to do is defend that choking arm. If I can control his hand, this is the best, because now I'm fighting the small muscles in his wrist. If I grab up here like this, now he can improve the grip on his hand. Everything gets harder for me. So if I can control his hand, if he leaves his hand on top, I can control his hand. This is ideal. The second thing is I still want to control this arm, because if I focus all on this, he can pull this arm out and start attacking my neck. Okay. So how do I control the other arm? I'm going to squeeze in my armpit mainly. If I can grab some sleeve like this, is fine. Or if I can grab his wrist, if our arm length is compatible enough that lets me get that, I'll do that. But if I can't, I'll just use my armpit just to slow it down a little bit. Now I want to drive myself to this side, the side of my armpit. I'm going to drive myself over. Somebody said the other night, oh, you roll that way. I don't roll that way, because he's going to be yanking me probably this way. He wants me to be over here. So it's going to be a little bit easier for him to choke me. So I want to get to the other side. So I'm going to have to use my feet and my hips and drive myself over. So when I start driving here, the next thing I want to look for is I want to feel the mat at the back of my head. That means I'm starting to get out. And now I want to get my shoulders on the mat. So I get my left shoulder on the mat, and I want to try to bring this right shoulder down. Now there's a point here where my shoulders are almost on the mat, where I don't have to defend the choke anymore, because I'm so far away from him. He's not on my back anymore. It's hard for him to choke me. Now I can start using this hand instead of defending the choke to escape the hooks. So here's one way I like to escape the hooks. I take this bottom foot here and I hook over his leg. And when I do that, I can pop my hip, and that tends to free that bottom hook. When I get that hook free, I collect that leg with both my feet. Now it's hard for him to pull that foot back out and re-hook on me. Okay, now from here, I'm going to escape his back control. And if he's my same size or smaller, I'm going to keep this grip and drive back up on top of him. I put a lot of pressure on him, and then maybe I'll let go and get side control. I want to keep this grip. If I'm going to finish that way, I want to keep this grip to the very end. Because if I let go of that, he can pull that arm out. Yeah, maybe he can get on top of me. If I keep that grip, it's going to be hard for him to get up. If he's a really big guy, if he's a lot bigger than me, maybe I won't reach across his body. Because sometimes the guy's a lot bigger than you. You go like this, he can pull you all the way over and still stay on your back than you. So, if he's a lot bigger than me, and I get over here, maybe I'll try to let this go and then turn on this side and take a little safer position. Maybe I won't have a strong side control, but it's going to be harder for him to recounter. Okay? So just recounter. Defend the choke immediately. Control this arm. Drive hard this way. Feel the mat at the back of my head. Put my shoulders down. Try to start to get the other shoulder down. Free my legs. I put that leg on either side of my feet so we can't regroup that. Get over here. If he's my size, just drive back up on top. Put a lot of pressure on him here. I go turn my hips and I can let go. You get a side control. Okay guys, let's try this.